because I got some tea on the tea app. Here we go.
He ate fists for breakfast.
Oh!
What's so crazy is I did not get accepted for 3 days. The day I get accepted, I'm with this nigga. Is this a sign? And then, mind you, I'm not the one that posted about my little shit. So who's more worried about my little shit than I am? Bitch, you want to know the tea before I do? Oh, yeah. Keep up.
The tea app. The tea app has been amazing. So the tea app is a new app out there. It is a dating app for women. Yeah. It's a dating app for women it's out there. The goal is, it's stated, is to protect women, right? So this is an app. It's similar to, if you've ever seen the Facebook group, Are We Dating the Same Guy? The purpose of the group is to allow women to protect themselves. It's to warn other women about red flag guys, etc. So if you are accepted to the app, you can go in, you can search a man's name, and then it will tell you whether that man has red flags or green flags or both. You're also able, anyone can post a guy, any woman can post a guy, say whatever they want about him, and then other women can chime in. They can say, no, he's not a dirty dog. He's a good man. That's a good man, Savannah, or whatever they want. Let me say this. This ish is juicy. I'm your legal bestie, attorney Simone. And if you know a man who's been posted on the T app, tell him to call me. Not today, because I'm going to sleep, but tomorrow. And we need to talk. Okay. Here's why. So number one, the T app is only for women. Only women can go on the app. So you can book me here, SimoneRedwine.com. You can get a consultation starting at $200. So no, it is not free. I am doing this because I'm amazing at my job and not out of the goodness of my heart. I am really good at my job, and baby. Here's the thing. Men can't even see what's being posted about them. I'm on the app. So in case you're thinking of hiring me, I am on the app. You go on the app. In order to get on the app, a woman has to literally use the app, take a photo of themselves to confirm, number one, they're a woman. Number two, they then have to, wait, did I have to take a picture of my ID? No, but I did have to take a picture of myself. So hypothetically, a guy could use, I don't know, like his sister or something else, but you have to confirm who you are. Then you can go on the app, etc. Baby, the number of men that I've been getting calls from who are saying, I found out I've been posted. Here's the app says you're not allowed to take screenshots. Now, I don't know what protections are there to prevent screenshots, but you're not supposed to do screenshots. So as a result, there we go. As a result of that, a lot of men know that they're being talked about, but they can't necessarily see it. So again, I don't know what the prevention is, but what I will say is it's not even necessarily a man's rights lawyer, but what I do feel like, I have a brother, right? If I'm being talked about in a way that is untrue, I would love the opportunity to defend myself or get it removed. Here's the thing. I'll say this though. A lot of the consultations I've had with men, I have to tell them what I've been seeing isn't defamation. A woman can say, he's shysty, he's shady, don't trust him. I wouldn't trust him. The problem is that under the law, under defamation law, those are opinions. You can have opinions. You can even have what's called extreme hyperbole. Hyperbole is extreme exaggeration. So if someone says his Peter Weeder is the size of, somebody said a pinky toe. What is it? What's something small? A thumbtack. His Peter Weeder is the size of a thumbtack. That's hyperbole. You can't necessarily consider that defamation. So it's really tricky for men as to what can be removed. However, the types of things that can be removed are things like he has an STD if he really doesn't, or he gave me something and he really did not. Yep. All of that is a problem. So with this app, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens because, of course, many have heard the app has leaked women's information. The challenge there, though, it's leaked who is a user, but it's not necessarily leaking what each user has said. Because baby, I'm a user. I'm gonna tell you exactly who I was on there talking about. Okay, it's this guy named Kurt. Okay, he lives in Houston, bald headed, real good looking, loony fucking Tony. Kurt is crazy. Okay, Kurt used to sell drugs. Now, Kurt said he went to prison for crack cocaine, but I also think he went to prison probably for whooping a woman or two across the head. He seems like a little handsy. I have no proof, that is personal opinion. But if you see a Kirk from Houston on there, real good looking bald headed man, he seems crazy. I'll tell you why I think he's crazy. Went on a first date with Kurt. I probably shouldn't tell that story. It's too late. Fuck it. I went on a first date with Kurt. On this date, he literally asked me how much money I made. He asked me how much money I made. I said, I had just moved to Houston. I was like, well, why do you want to know that? Now, later in the app, women are like, he's a gold digger. He wants women for his money, etc. Including one girl on the app posted and said, oh, he used to mess with my homegirl who was married. And then he started to blackmail her for money to not tell her husband. And she ended up having to come off a whole bunch of money to keep him quiet. That's what he said. He asked me how much money I made. And I was like, I said, I should have just got up and left at that time, but we had ordered chicken wings and I was real hungry and I wanted my chicken wings. I told myself, don't leave till you get your chicken wings, because I was hungry. And I said, well, what is it that you're trying to find by this information? I said, because I'm self-employed. I own my own law firm. He was like, well, I just want to know how much money you make. Like, if you're really secure in who you are, like, it won't matter. I said, I'm self-employed, so I have a lot of tax deductions. I don't think that number is going to get you the information that you're looking for. So, like, what is it that you'd like to know? He was like, well, the majority of marriages break up as a result of finances. So I think we should just be upfront. You tell me how much money you make. I'll tell you how much money I make. And I'm like, well, you're a felon who, according to you, is now a truck driver and has a trucking company. So I believe you take a lot of deductions and probably get a lot of cash money and things like that. So I'm like, I have a feeling like whatever number you tell me isn't really going to help me. And so I said, I don't really think that this is a helpful discussion for a first date. How about we wait till the chicken wings arrive and then we, talk about something else. He was insistent. So at one point he literally goes, if you're insecure on me, I mean, just let me know right now. I don't date insecure girls. If you're insecure, then I said, what? He was like, because if you weren't insecure, you would just tell me how much money you made. It wouldn't even be a big deal. I said, you're right. You're right. I said, I mean, you're always right, actually. When was the last time you were wrong? He goes, 1998. I said, what happened then? He said, I went to prison. I said, for what? He said, for selling crack cocaine. And I was like, well, that'll do it. He said, so much money do you make? I said, I'm not telling you, jailbird. I'm going to sit here, I'm going to eat my fucking chicken wings, and I'm going to mind my business. I said, I think you should leave. He was like, this is a public restaurant. You can't put me out. I said, I can make a suggestion. I think you should leave. He was like, I'm not leaving. I said, I think you should leave. And I said it like a straight Caucasian, like a Republican, like I check all the boxes, like Obama, no. I said it like that. I said, I think you should leave. And he was like, you're crazy. I'm leaving. And I was like, good. And then my chicken wings came and I ate the chicken wings and these really nice gay boys came. And then they sat down with me and I had a good time. And the gay boys were like, girl, get rid of him. And I was like, I am. Absolutely not. And then I had my first gay friends. And he's because I always like, gay friends, you need to leave. Check, please. Yeah. So then, wait, here's the best part. So I come home. I live with my homegirl, Kyra. If you watch Ready to Love, Kyra is also from Ready to Love on the OWN network. She was the Houston season. And I come home and I'm like, she was like, where you been? I was like, girl, I had a Bumble date with this crazy dude. And she was like, what? Really? What was it? I was like, girl, his name was Kurt. He was so fine. He was crazy. And he went to prison a little bit. And I think he probably commits crimes still. And she goes, Kurt. She goes, What does he look like? I said, he bald headed, but he has a really cute beard and da da da. And she was like, oh my God, I went on a date with him. I was like, girl, how did it go? She was like, he's crazy. He told me, y'all, check this out. Check this out. I don't know if I remember to put this on the T app, but sorry, y'all. My daddy said I'm talking too loud. I'm in my daddy's house. He says, she goes, he told me that if we're going to date, I'm not allowed to shave my cooter because that's how he knows if a woman is cheating. He says he doesn't like women who maintain down there. He just wants it to just free willy. He just wants it to be like a 1970s bush, just like a monkey warehouse in there, okay? Wants a monkey warehouse. That's what he said he wanted. And he said the way he'll know if a woman is cheating on him if she gets rid of that monkey warehouse and she maintains it. I said, oh yeah, we got a nut bucket on our hands. And it was at that point, I said, blah, 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 blah. Wait, I've run into him multiple times at like Chapman and Kirby, 50-15, out socially. Let me tell you what this man fit say. He's always like, what time he said? He's like, you are so amazing, Simone. Any man who ends up with you is going to be so lucky. And I thought to myself, you are a crazy motherfucker. That probably would work on a lot of women. Because all this time has passed, right? He looks good. He drives a car that looks like he could be somebody. He lives in a town. I ain't never seen this. I ain't gonna. After we had that chicken debacle, I was out of that bitch. I could see him, meeting a woman who was vulnerable and her being like, let me give him another chance. He's right. He sees my word. He was like, any man who has you is going to be really lucky. Duh. Get away from me. And take your crimes with you. So apparently, I'm not drinking a single thing. I haven't had anything to drink for hours. This is actually the real Simone without a script. So there's that. But apparently, so the issue is the T app. There's lots of tea. If you're bored, if you're on the app, go ahead, put in Kurt, K-U-R-T, Houston. Take a look for yourself. That was my personal experience. I can't tell you whether any of the other experiences outlined on there are true. But I can say that app is a key. And if you know of a guy who has been wrongly listed on the app, he's welcome to hire me, schedule a consultation. I'm on the app, so I'll be able to see what's there and let him know, do you have a case? I have to say, for a lot of the men may not have a case because a lot of what the women are saying is opinion and it's hyperbole. But for others, where there are straight up bold-faced lies being said, like you're married and you're not, or if you're not, that you cheated when you didn't, that you're in a relationship when you're not, that you gave somebody a disease that you didn't give them. Get that stuff off. Especially I want to let you know the main way to get that information, right? If you're a man and you're not on the app, is subpoena. These apps cannot subvert subpoenas. And in certain states, like the state of Texas, where I am located, you can actually subpoena without filing a lawsuit against a specific person. There are grounds in many states, most states, where you can get a subpoena for records against a company to do the due diligence to find out who is saying what. And that subpoena will reveal who's saying what is the username, and what is the person linked to that username, including the photo of the person under that username. So women that are using it, when you go on there and you take that picture, you better be telling the truth. Honey, you better be telling the truth. Because if not, somebody's going to subpoena. So when I got on there and I put on there about Kurt and him not letting ladies shave their shave their bush. And Kurt asked me about how much money I made. Baby. First of all, I was only co-signing the other 36 people that were before me. But more importantly, I was telling the truth. And it's on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I got to go to bed. If y'all want to hit that Cash App, it's Miss Redwine. Here it is. I got bills to pay. MISS Red Wine. Don't forget, I have the meet and greet this Friday in Cedar Hill, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas, 7 to 9. I would love to meet you. It would be great if you can RSVP. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have some wine. We're going to have some drinks. We're going to have pictures. And I'll probably do another live episode from the meet and greet. But would love to see you all. Thank you again. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like. Bye, guys. It's your legal bestie, Attorney Simone. Ooh, ooh. Oh. And here is the meet and greet invitation. I'm going to put it up one more time. What the hell? What the hell? It's late. Okay, maybe I'm not. Just go to my YouTube. Just go to my, yes, it's on my YouTube and it's on my Instagram because apparently it's not working. Jesus is sick of me and I'm ready to go to sleep. Bye, y'all. See y'all there.